Let's see here. Just a moment. Let's go to my video. Publish. Hello. We are live.
Hello? What's going on?
I put it in the chat in self promotion. Yeah. Alright. Alright. So the good thing is, let me also make sure I can be heard on stream before we start.
Hello?
Alright, I hear you too.
I can barely hear you.
Yeah,
I think it's coming, it's an echo coming from, your mic.
yeah. I turned my mic on my phone so that I could see the stream and
Oh,
see what's going on. Alright, so here. Alright.
Attackers incoming.
Can I get to her perspective?
Alright, I should be able to be heard now.
Alright.
You said you would arm wrestle. Nervous?
Okay. Fucking advertise.
Those ads don't benefit me. I'm gonna wait till you're ready.
Wait, no, this is a fucking other video. I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't an ad. This is a fucking the. Like, wait a minute, this isn't an ad. This is a fucking there's only like a 2-second delay, so it's.
Oh, okay, good. Alright.
There's only like a 2-second delay.
Oh,
okay. Alright, so let's see where we're at real quick. So, starting out.
Cupcake main tank review.
Yeah.
Get better. Listen to this. You better.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
we're
sir.
gonna slap you in the face.
Papa Kaiser and Death Unbound doing it against your will. Because you don't want coaching, but we're giving it to you anyways. So forwards, if we look at the team positioning, we have Reinhardt there. Lucio's right behind him, I assume, to speed him back if they push really hard. I'm there at front, ready to bubble him if need be. Aran is back there in the back, and our DPS are up there on the higher ground doing their thing. So her, so she's there, shield up, force. She does a fire strike, that's not bad. 16, 17%. They're there, okay, so shield's getting to half. Well, forwards again. We don't have bubble. Kind of still out there in no man's land. Okay, so we didn't let the shield break, but we took quite a bit of damage. Wake up the honor. The diva. We're still low on shield. Around here. So
I in the quarter, you gain your shield.
I think. I actually got pinned here. I think, and or I blocked it with my bubble. I'm not entirely sure. I want to go back and see just in case, because like here I just sort of see like we're sort of getting split up. Like, like I'm over here or up top there doing that thing. Then we're over there. We're together. We're together. So fighting here. We're fighting there on that side. Then see, I go forwards here, right? I go forwards, and Reinhardt's still sort of chilling back there.
Yeah,
And then goes
she
around the
stopped
backside.
because they didn't have. Oh, wait. You talking about your Ryan or their Ryan?
Our Ryan.
Okay, our
Our Ryan
Ryan
is
is
cooking.
regaining shield. That's
Yeah.
why. So that has to be communicated that you're
Right.
regaining shield.
Exactly.
Because
Because I
Zarya's
didn't know
pushed
that.
up, and he could have easily died, if there were better people playing against him.
We killed him.
So yeah, keep that in mind. Communication's key.
Because
Always call
I do remember.
when your shield's down or going down.
All right.
And
So
yeah.
here, too, we see. All right, their Reinhardt has 60 ult. Our Reinhardt has 68. We got about 10% difference. I have Grav. Oh, I remember this play. I'm farming
Just
this year.
try to keep on her. Okay.
Огонь по
Okay, hold
готовности.
on 1 second.
Like
Let me go
first
back.
person.
Okay, I can
Those-
do that. I just
You should
I like third person personally, just because like I like seeing what's going on in the larger fight. Like this is the end of the last fight.
Yeah, but you should just focus on like the basic shit.
And that's fine. We can take time here. I don't care. We can take time, go back, go forward.
Because you don't want to give them too much information. That's what I did with Yigs.
I see. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I don't know. And that is a big thing. I guess I need to work on too. Cause like,
I worked on their mistakes first instead of like, them making plays.
yeah.
Fire at will.
Grab. Got pinned. We could have counterpinned there. We had charge up. I see that real quick. Bleeding.
I personally would have pinned in the grab.
Yeah, that too. But I'm saying because we decided to not pin into the grab, we had counterpin. We didn't have to be pinned there by their Ryan.
Yep.
You have Shatter. The enemy Ryan has Shatter. Okay. So I'm gonna go back real quick. Did we know the enemy Ryan was over there? That's my question. When we approached the wall, did we know the enemy Ryan was there?
Yeah, you see it. You can see it on our screen.
Okay, I just want to double check. I want to go back and see it. Can I slow it down? Yeah, let's go slow motion.
That's just, being more aware.
And the other thing too, we know the Ryan isn't in front of us, so I would assume that he's going to the right if you don't
Yes.
see him based on the team structure.
If you don't see a Reinhardt in front of you and it's been a couple team fights and he has Shatter, always look for him. Always. Or else this will happen.
Every time. Happens if, from here on up, it'll happen, because the Reinhardt's just going to go around behind you.
It will happen. Yep. Look, your whole team shattered and you lose the fight.
For me, anyways, when I don't see the Reinhardt in front of the team, I start getting like real spooky because I spooked an ancient.
Yes.
I'm just like, the Reinhardt should be here and he's not. Therefore, he must be someplace I can't see him. That's not good. So now we're fighting up here. We're fighting up here.
Alright. You need to shield jump. Not like you're doing right there. Pause it.
Pause it, yeah. You want me to go back?
Just pause it.
Okay, I got you. Pause. Your pause.
Is it paused?
Yeah, it's
Because
paused.
it's still going on.
It's paused on my screen.
Alright, go back 20 seconds.
Okay. Alright.
I'm a little delayed here, sorry.
It's okay. I'm slow.
So,
I'm waiting for slow motion too. So here we go. Yeah, I see exactly what you're talking about. I used to do the exact same thing.
pause it.
Alright.
All right, go back a little more.
I can only go back in like 20-second bursts. So.
Yeah, yeah, I know, I know.
Even
Just
live
go back
to
20 seconds.
Slowing it down. Second life.
Just pause it right away when it happens.
stop the payload.
Pause it.
Alright, pause. Let's
All right.
pause.
So, like I was saying, you paused? Are you? I can't see if you're paused right now because
I
it's
am
delayed.
paused. It is not moving forwards, Papa.
All right. All right. So, shield jumping is not what you're doing right now. You're just holding shield and jumping. It doesn't cause you to go faster. So, to properly shield jump, to go faster, to walk faster and have a shield, you jump in the air, you walk forward, you're walking forward the whole entire time. You jump in the air, and as you're falling, you put up your shield. Then once you hit the ground, you let go, and do the same thing. Rinse and repeat.
So it's
You're
kind
just jumping the air with the shield, and that's actually making you go slower the whole entire time. You don't really notice this because your Lucio is speed boosting you right now. So that's why you're going at a somewhat fast speed.
so like
But
the
you,
basic.
you would be in front of your team pretty much if you were doing it properly, and your team wouldn't take any damage, and you'll be in their face much faster and give their team a fucking hell of a surprise.
Right.
And you'll be like, "I'm here, bitch. What are you gonna do about it? You can play."
So the way I think about it when I'm doing it is it's like you said, it's kind of muscle memory at this point. But like when I first had to learn it, I was always just like, okay, jump. I'm in the air. I'm moving forwards. Shield. Hit the ground and just cycle through that sort of like mental like loop. And because like I was doing the exact same thing when Vex taught me. He's like, "Wait a second, that's not shield jumping. What are you doing? That's not how you shield jump." He taught me how to do that. I died half as much because I was actually moving around the map properly. It helps you so much because what it'll do is it'll allow you to position and move forwards and backwards and take space more aggressively and more efficiently because by doing that you're moving forwards quicker. So you're crossing more distance, which is imperative for Reinhardt to get into, swinging distance. And then two, you're actually keeping your shield health as well as you're moving.
Yeah, you're taking less damage for your shield. And you're taking a little damage, and your supports can heal that too. They got their all charge.
Oh, yeah. One thing with Reinhardt that I always recognize, right? If you go down to like 75 or anywhere in that's fine. That's good support, ult charge for your supports. What you want to do in like the way I treat it is like you want to keep your HP above half if at all possible. Once you get below half, it becomes harder to heal because you lose your armor, part of your health. While you have armor, you have the benefits of the armor damage mitigation helping you out. But once that armor drops, you don't really have that. So just try to keep your. Once my HP goes below half, I put the shield up and start sort of like retreating and saying like, okay, well, I need healing now.
Until you get heals, yeah.
And that's just waiting. And one thing that I normally see too, that's sort of like a problem, is like you get a little bit impatient because you're just like, well, I want to go now, I want to keep swinging, but it's like, no, just wait. Because you'll have more time to swing, especially because more than likely they'll use cooldowns on you. Like they'll Reinhardt bubble and swing at you, and then you'll be able to actually you have your healers keep you up, and then you can aggress on them when they're down. Because I typically wait until their Zarya bubbled their Ryan, and then I go aggressive because he doesn't have a bubble after that a lot of times.
Right. Let's start it.
Yeah, I'm starting it up. So this fight, we've already kind of seen it, but it's pretty simple.
So Death will teach you how to, or I will teach you how to shield jump if you really want to learn it, and teach Death to shield it. Useful kind of test in the future.
Right. I think this is another miscommunication on all of it. Really needs to be focused. I didn't say I was gonna grab. I don't believe, and Shadow too. So that's a team thing. Kind of. Let's communicate. Oh, hey, I want to shatter here. That would have been a okay time to shatter. So now we're up front. Bubble. Back. Swinging. Bomb behind it. Okay. I'm gonna wait for you to get to that point, and you tell me once you've seen exactly what I think.
Oh my gosh, it keeps skipping.
Oh, what?
It's me, not you.
Oh, okay. Tell me when you get to the Diva Bomb.
The fuck? I really just want to fucking laugh. There we go. Luckier. Oh, man, what the fuck? Connected. It's bullshit. I do have internet. What the fuck? How? What does PvP include? Player versus player? Like, are you fucking retarded? Who sent me that? Who the fuck has the Asian name? Fucking or Discord? What?
Oh, that's combo.
Or Discord? Fucking retard. I'm not even gonna fucking respond.
Alright, so I'm gonna go back.
Alright, dude, I'm trying. My internet's fucking retarded right now. With my phone. Fucking shit fucking sucks.
I'm trying to go through this more slowly this time. I want to see like how it happens.
Okay. Alright, you just didn't look at the bomb.
Yeah. Alright, I'm in real time now. You're a little bit behind me. But
yeah, I'm way behind you. I'm gonna really try to get to you.
Alright. Because that's pretty much there.
You just... Did we beat?
No, we did not beat.
So, we probably could have beat there, but... Don't worry about that. You still should have turned around and blocked. No matter what, like, you can do it real fast. Turn around. Real fast. You just block and then turn back around. And you're kind of moving side to side a little too much. Because if someone's behind you and trying to use the shield, you're just getting fucking, you're giving them openings every now and then. And that's bad. That's bad.
I guess one of the things I would say is when you're trying to recharge your shield, always use natural cover to do that behind. So if you're on a payload map, use the payload. If it's a short payload like this, you can crouch behind the payload, Just try to be in a position where you can take as little damage as possible. Of course, Reinhardt, the biggest strength to him is playing around a corner. So if there's a corner, like let's say, the best map to illustrate this is on King's Road. This map on 3.2 also has really good corners for just playing around that corner and just waiting. Because if you're out there poking the angle or whatever, you're taking too. And then also too, if you have to yield space, don't be out in the open when your shield breaks. You want to already, if you know your shield's going down, be making your way towards cover, backing up, so that you can be able to be in a good position, so that your healers can keep you alive. If you're out in the middle of the open, when your shield breaks, if they have DPS that are shooting at you, you're just going to get bursted. And your healers won't be able to keep you up. But if you're staying right where you're supposed to be, you should be able to get help from your supports as much. And that'll, if because always remember, at least my thing on main tank is that one thing that Vex taught me is no matter what happens, you don't die. You know, if you die, it makes it a whole lot harder for your team because they have way less
Yeah.
ability to exist and
If
stay
you
up.
die, if you die, your team dies.
Pretty
Pretty
much.
much.
Yeah. So it's
The most
always
important role to stay alive is not support, main tank. Main tank dies first, you will lose fight 99% of the time.
so that's why it's so important to know the techniques on how to stay alive as far as like
Especially during.
yeah, because at this rank, if you're not dying on Reinhardt, you're just going to be winning games. Because you'll notice the other Reinhardts are just going to be pinning in. They're going to be swinging wild. They're just going to be dying all the time. You stay alive, you just win games for free. Just, whoops, I accidentally won a game.
Right,
How far caught up are you? How far caught up are you, Papa?
I'm still paused right now.
Oh, okay. Because I paused up here at this fight. We came forward.
You haven't played yet, so
That's a team mistake, I think. I think we pushed. At least at the fight I'm looking at right now, we pushed when they hit Coalescence up. That Reaper came and flanked and killed us. That's a team mistake. We used beat, so I we thought we were going aggro, but then we just kind of were able to just do
first of all, we shouldn't use beat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe we shouldn't beat it there, yeah.
You don't use beat, then push up. You push up as you're using beat. But don't worry about that. That's team shit. Yeah.
Yes, I'm
So
saying.
you need to know that now.
That's not your fault. It's one of those things where, like, I find, like, if your teammate makes a mistake and, like, you're kind of forced to do something, sometimes you just try what you can, but if it messes up, it's not your fault.
Alright, you're going in way too hard right now, and you died. You died here. You took 2 swings and backed off and got heals. Like I said earlier, you wanna, once your armor goes down, get heals. Hold up your shield, get heals. Because you will instantly die as soon as your armor goes.
At least in that fight, now that I'm looking at it too, from man, I know we're a bit desynced, but one thing that I like to do, right, when you're in regroup phase, always do go up, throw fire strikes. If someone's close enough to do a swing just to beat them away, do it, but don't endanger yourself, pretty much, right? If you're going in and you're pretty sure you're gonna die, it's better to just wait a lot of times, at least until you know your supports are behind you and are gonna be able to be healing you, because at that point I'm pretty sure our supports were still coming out of spawn or they were still behind us. So especially if you're playing characters like Mercy and Moira, they can only heal you if they're near you, so you do need them in your proximity to be able to keep you up. And me too, I have to be in line of sight, or your Zarya if you're trying to get bubble, Diva Matrix, whatever. So you gotta, because especially on Reinhardt, you're so central to the team, you have to play with your team, otherwise your ability to do stuff is greatly impaired. You're just not going to be able to do as much stuff. So I would say definitely stay by your team, or especially for recontest, because what can happen, at least on that point, especially if you touch and your team is able to support you, they can just keep you alive through them wailing on you, because they're going to be coming out. We're going to be coming in and pushing in with you to help you out, but we can't do that if we're not there. So especially on last second recontest, your main tank being able to touch and stay alive for a long time really impacts your ability to swing a fight like that. Because if you can't, then you're not going to really have a presence to stay there and actually have a fight. Your team's just going to be walking back and get slaughtered, probably by all their ults or damage when it does come. So basically, from what me and Papa are saying, when you're in regroup phase and you're coming back, don't get too over aggro. Just wait for your team to group up with you. But go up and
wait for your
throwing
team before you charge, pretty much.
Yeah.
Don't just charge, because no matter what you do, you won't get value.
you up to present now?
Yeah, well, I'm still paused, I believe. Are you paused right now?
I just paused it, but I unpaused it. So I'm at and I just rewinded it. So we're coming back around.
Alright.
She comes out. The Reinhardt is out there doing the thing. We try to charge, miss the charge, and then we attempt shatter, and it gets blocked.
I have to do something else.
Alright. I don't know. From my perspective, anyways, it seemed like the shatter was kind of like a sort of like a panic shatter, where it's like, oh well, they're right here. I'm just gonna shatter. We didn't really think about not necessarily that their Reinhardt has shatter, which he does, and he does shatter us here, but at the other point, sort of like whenever I'm Reinhardt mind gaming, I'm sort of thinking about, okay, what is he considering on my team, sort of type of thing. Like, is his shield low? Is my shield low? Sort of taking all those. What's his positioning? How frequently is he throwing fire strikes? Is there a way I can catch him out when he tries to go aggressive or something like that? You just kind of walked up to him and just threw down the hammer, which works sometimes. I feel like at this rank, but because they're not just gonna expect it, but higher up, if I just see a Reinhardt walking up to me like that, and I know he has shatter, I'm pretty sure he's just trying to shatter me, and I'm just not gonna put the shield down. So that's at least in shatter, like Reinhardt sort of like mind games. That's sort of like how I think about it. I try to consider, okay, well, based on our resources, what's he more likely to do, and if he has shatter, how can I try to see it coming? Otherwise, if you're not thinking about that type of stuff, you'll probably get it blocked, or worst case scenario, of course, he blocks yours and then lands his and your team gets wiped. That's the worst case scenario possible. But at least in this fight, Rav's popping off with a nano blade.
No one can hide from my
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Alright, let's play. Stop pausing.
Cause like I'm trying to talk about stuff, but like the problem is like you're behind, so like I'm like trying to wait for the stream to catch up, and then it just still stays paused. But in my head, it's making it work better. And sometimes I want to talk about stuff without stuff going on in the background. I have grab here. I go forwards, I grab. You just tell me if you want me to go back to something.
60 seconds.
Yeah, it's hard. My phone's fucking retarded. Like, oh, I hate this shit so much. Alright. So you should be either shield. Oh, pause it. Sorry. The grab.
I pause.
At the grab, you should be shield jumping, like we talked about earlier. You need to learn how to shield jump properly. To the grab. Because you're a little far away from it. And yeah. You're at less than half the HP before you even throw a swing. That causes you to die, pretty much. Shield jumping it, you can get way more damage, and you always want to pin into a grab. Like, preferably at the end of the grab, but if you can pin their Reinhardt out of the grab, their whole team will die.
They don't have a shield in there, and two, the other thing as well is, of course, whenever you pin something on Reinhardt, it's an instant 300
damage.
Yeah, 300 damage. That's 20 something ult charge. So that's a quarter of your ult, pretty much. Boom, instantly. Then you swing and kill the Ryan, probably, or you throw a fire strike. Boom, he's dead. But as Papa is saying, the enemy team doesn't have a shield, so your Zarya and the rest of your team is just shooting into the grab. They're killing everything. Um, so you'll be able to wipe them out. The biggest thing too, of course, is if you're doing a grab play, I would say ask your Zarya, if you're whoever you're playing with, for a bubble. That way, when you go to swing in the grab, you also don't get bursted, because there's a lot of damage in the game now with stuff like Reaper and such. So if you just walk up to the grab, you're probably just gonna die if you don't have proper resources being put into you to actually swing and kill stuff. Because the way you want to do it is, in my opinion, if you don't have Shatter, after a grab, you should have it or be extremely close. If you're at like 0% for some reason, like, you should be very close to Shatter after you've already done a grab. That way, because Reinhardt and Zarya's ultimate sort of chain into each other. So you do one, and that helps you charge the other one over time.
So is your YouTube name just Morpheus?
Yeah.
Didn't matter.
It's just Morpheus. I'm playing it now, because now, after that play, we somehow pulled it back.
No one can hide from my sight.
So, you got a Shatter block again. That was because we didn't know that Zarya had personal bubble. Just kind of went for it. Alright, I'm just playing it now.
Morpheus Dream? No, that's not.
The stream link is in the Fluid chat.
I don't have it with this
Initiating match.
iPad. This is an old ass iPad that was like found. One video? No, that's not it. So I can't add. So somebody else's account is on the Apple shit, so I can't add any apps onto it.
Ready for battle.
That's unfortunate, man.
How many subscribers do you have on me?
Hold
Attackers incoming.
Oh, good.
on. Is that Ike in chat? Is it Ike?
Good.
2327?
Oh, Ike's a fucking bot. Who cares?
We know Ike's a fucking bot.
Jesus Christ, let me find you. Do you have 74? I hope you have 74. No, you don't. Alright, fuck this shit. Oh, I should type Overwatch too.
I have 17 subscribers. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me go back.
Over.
Ready for battle.
I wasn't paying attention.
One.
Looking at this stupid.
Attackers incoming.
Alright, so we go out.
Defend objective A.
Maintain. Call. Alright, we're going bottom. So we're going bottom. Come up top. The fire strike. Probably block the rock with our shields. Pin in.
I found you.
Hack. Anti. Die.
5 now. Okay. Hopefully this is faster. Should be for my Wi-Fi. I can't see anything though.
Goodness gracious, Papa, what kind of internet do you use? What the heck?
No, I'm using my phone and like internet from Sprint because I have unlimited.
Oh, Sprint, see, that was your first mistake.
And it keeps cutting, it keeps freezing.
Oh,
And for some reason, my phone isn't letting me go on my fucking Wi-Fi. So, but it looks good. I can, like, it's blurry as fuck, but I can see what's going on.
get hacked and you're gonna die.
Alright, alright. You don't want to turn your back to the enemies.
Yeah. They can just shoot you for free. Oh, goodness gracious.
And you're also... You're moving back faster than your teammates are. You want to be the last person moving back. So you can protect your teammates. Like, there was like 2 people in front of your shield while you were moving back. And you just kept going on the same speed. And they were just getting shot. Alright, never do that. Pause it. Pause it.
What
Never
was
charge
that?
point.
Are you ready? Are you ready for me to continue?
Never charge. Yeah, just go. Never charge to go to places.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I don't like that. Jumping up and down.
Okay, okay. Alright, pause it, pause it.
Pausing.
Rewind 20 seconds.
Alright. We're back.
Unpause it right away.
Alright.
Get into position. Water back.
No one can hide from my
Alright, you have to go back again.
Goodness gracious.
You play it back, then you don't pause it right away, so it's like fucking 10 seconds go by. You didn't even pause it when I said go back the first one.
Alright.
Back again.
I paused it. It's paused. Tell me when you're ready then. Damn it.
Alright.
Alright,
Okay.
let's start.
Play very slow.
Alright, I'm putting it down at 50% now. 50%. Alright, pause it and start.
Alright, so you start charging towards the enemy without even looking, which is no, you don't do that. You're asking to die. Like, you're just charging in line. You get nobody, and now you're like behind the enemy team, and your team, you're near nobody as your team's just destroyed. Somehow you get out because their team's fucking retarded. And now you don't have charge, and you should have got charge right there. Counter charge. And you can start playing normal now. Just don't do that. Don't charge when you don't even, like, don't charge random flying. You want to hit somebody. If you charge, you have to hit somebody.
I also want to say too, try not to take the enemy's fire strikes if you can. That should give you a roll charge. Don't just stand there.
You don't want to be on payload like that. You want to be ahead. You want to be ahead of that Zarya right there. You're just not pushed up far enough. Your Zarya is not even using your shield because you're so far back.
Moving the payload.
Look at there's Raven chat. Prophet of London popping off. Prophet of London got bubbled by Stark's son, so he didn't get slapped by the Ana. That's what happened.
Alright, like again, don't be on payload. Push forward. If you push forward, you get past corners where there's that.
Could have already taken that space.
Yeah, now they can push up and start another team fight. Look, you're shielding nobody right now. You should be in front of your Zarya. Alright, Shatter. But you probably, I think you jump shattered and just did it randomly.
Yeah.
Never want to jump. Wait, hold up. Wait, what are you doing? What the fuck happened?
Go back to the shatter.
Yeah.
I'm
You
going
lost
back.
that team fight and you shattered your whole team. You need to see what happened there.
Alright, I'm starting it again. It's in slow motion.
I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
Alright, let me know. It's still in slow motion, so I got it paused. You'll see it. You'll know when it comes.
Alright, okay. Let's see what happens. Bubble, no. And I'm on pause. Pause. Okay.
We got shot there.
Shatter? Alright, pause.
Alright.
Yeah. Yep. You just kept going forward because you shattered their whole team except Zarya, even though the Zarya was highly charged and shooting you the whole time. You didn't put your shield up so your healers could heal you at all when there's only one person shooting you.
Another
So
thing.
you lost that team fight because the Zarya killed you, and then they had no Ryan, so you had no Ryan because you're dead. So they shattered your whole team and killed them.
And I think a portion of this sort of comes to trusting your team, because like if you shattered everyone like that, we were coming around the corner, we would have started cleaning up all the squishies because we see them on the ground, we're starting to shoot them. But if you go too over aggro and you die, you see they stood up after your shatter was over, saw you were dead, boom, killed you. We get destroyed, like you said. So you gotta trust your team a little bit to follow up on your shatters, especially.
If you just held your shield for 2 seconds, you would have got healed. Your team would have did damage to them. Could have got a couple kills, they did. And then you would have been full health in the middle of their team, swinging like crazy, and they're all gonna die.
Because the other thing I think with that too, right, is even if your team doesn't kill them instantly, you've done so much damage, you'll probably kill them in the resulting fight regardless, right? And looking at our ults, we just got Dragon Blade. We were gonna have Dragon Blade to, come in, swing in, and just start hacking them up, killing them regardless. Like, we were gonna be able to clean up. Just
Alright, play.
no matter, I'm playing. Speeding it up to 100, dude.
We can't get you in your paws. Rats. Need to go. The less information, the better, pretty much.
I like to talk a lot. As you can
I know.
No one.
Once it comes to Overwatch, Death won't shut up.
Right? I could talk for hours. Got Nano Blade active versus Stunting though. Well, this is just Prophet of London popping off,
Be
unfortunately.
right back.
Not really doing much, not much to do. Oh, that's
You
it.
gotta try to countercharge. That's
Alright.
this game's hard to do because your DPS are doing shit before you're even there.
Yeah. And, like, I'm really, like, in front with the DPS, kind of doing stuff, like, before she's even able to, like, participate in the fight sometimes. Like we're just kind of up there doing our own thing, and we're not really able to do much else other than that. So let me leave this game.
I hear banned from the YouTube chat.
So I'm just the next one is Junkertown. Alright, so Junkertown. This is good too, because this is, I'm pretty sure we play Orisa here. We play Orisa Hog here, I'm pretty sure. Yes, sir. Interesting.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
I don't think I played well on this map. Honestly, I don't think I did. I think I did fine. I'm trying to remember. I think I did fine with like my normal play, but like I felt like my hooks were.
Alright, Rav, calm down. You won against fucking Flats. Like, what you do?
1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
So I guess to start off here, right? Cupcake is up top there, whereas you know some of us are down.
Pause it.
All right, I pause.
Okay. So, like Death was saying, never, ever play up on that high ground on Juggertown with Orisa shield. Always put it down on the ground.
So,
There's just not enough room there, and you'll get fucked every time
so
on the rotation.
you want to put it where I'm
You
standing,
just want
like
to play on the
show
ground.
on the camera right here, so that you can see around the corner, and then what you want to do is you want to back up to the next corner when that one breaks, but you want to put it on this
Because
front corner here.
if you look what you did, you try to put another shield up there, and you missed your shield, unfortunately. So you jump down behind it. Look at the shield, Death.
Yeah, I'm behind her shield.
Okay, you're looking at the shield, and now look at the corner. How far away from the corner you are. So once your shield breaks, you're probably going to have 4 seconds to put another shield down. So then you're going to have to use your fortify. When you don't have to, you can just walk back if you put your shield in a better spot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna probably to make you're probably gonna die and lose the fight because of what you did right there.
Mm-hmm.
So let's play it and see what happens. See if I'm right. Unless your DPS pop up.
Yeah.
The payload.
That's pretty much what's happening. DPS and supports are just popping.
Yeah.
So this is kind of disingenuous too, right? I feel
Yeah,
it's
it's really hard to tell you what to do and shit when
The fucking people that are going against are fucking absolute fucking retards.
and you're in the majority
And
of your team
your
is playing.
team is so much better.
Yeah. Because like it's sort of like whether you do it right or not, you know, it's fine. Your team will just pull you out of it
Yeah.
even if you make a mistake. So I like this pull. I like that pull there. That she does. Big pull, pulls them all together. Our Genji gets a big swipe on everyone and then is able to help clean up. I like this pull. I like. Let me go back to her perspective.
Yeah, try to
Alright, so fortify out of that. Get the Toddy code up too, that helps us arrive.
we need to do another battle. Like, without fucking 4 of us.
What we need to do is like play with like, you know, one or like only two of us at max or something like that.
Just one of us.
Yeah, just one of us. That way, like this hard carry isn't so like stupid. Like, yeah, this isn't a 6-stack, so this is like. Cause like there's some activity here, but it's a lot of us just sort of like already being in front of you, not even really like using the shield properly and just playing around. 5-stack, same difference really.
Well,
same difference. Like,
general tips for Orisa: you want to put your shield near a corner, and because your shield's gonna break instantly, pretty much. And you're gonna be behind the corner. You never want to use fortify pretty much. You want to use fortify only if you absolutely need it. Because if you use it as soon as your shield breaks, you don't have it, and then it will just push you and you'll die.
sometimes your shield could break and you don't even need it. Like it just depends on what your team's doing.
Yeah. So you use it on cooldown, which is very bad. See, now they're pushing past your shield and you don't have it. Your team pops off again, so it doesn't matter.
Rav said something in chat. Rav said make sure that you're trying to bongo outside of enemy LOS so it's harder to be destroyed.
Yeah, bongo around corners so they can't destroy it.
And one thing to make sure you have a shield to deploy with the bongo, therefore
Yes.
you'll be able to keep the bongo up as long as possible. Sometimes they'll shred it, but you want to give it as much uptime as you can. Alright, well that's unfortunate. They Ant Matrix and shot at you. Unlucky. We're moving along.
You should have started moving as soon as they ant matrix. To the left or right.
I'm not sure that we should have touched again when we come back, honestly. Because there wasn't really any chance that we were going to win the fight because they had popped Supercharger.
Yeah, you're just feeding them all right there.
Yeah. Because there's not really much you could do to help save your team.
Now you have Genji at bad spawn and so they're gonna take more ground.
Yeah. If you were up, you would have been right there with your team. Man, my hooks, dude, it's painful looking at my hooks this game. I don't like this.
Close your ass.
Once again, Rav popping off.
Alright, hold up. Go back 20 seconds.
Alright, got you.
You probably have to go back again because I'm extra early.
Okay, well I'll go back again and I've got it moving. I'm just gonna start it.
Yeah.
Hike or wait. He got pocketed by his Jimmy Dale.
Alright, pause before you. Hopefully, you pause that when they get to the fight.
Alright, so I just paused right before the fight's about to start.
Alright, pause before you. Hopefully, you pause that when they get. Alright.
I'm putting it in.
So right now, you should be looking to pull above their shield so your hog can hook them. Get a free hook. Easy hook. And you just shoot their shield over and over. And you get hacked, and so your DPS pop off. Always look to, as soon as you initiate, to pull above their shield if you have a hog. And he's gonna hook. And it forces fortify too sometimes, so always do that.
It's kind of funny too, because some Orisas won't even think about whether or not they need to fortify. They just do it on instinct. Because sometimes you're not gonna get hooked if you already saw hook go out. I just do it to pull it out of people. People automatically go to. I'm just like,
I don't use it. When I get pulled, I don't use it until I see the hook.
oh, that shit. Oh, well, that shield was there to help me.
Because it also blocks it when you do it.
I would have bongoed here, personally, to help the blade. Oh yeah, I would have bongoed there. I would 100% would have bongoed. Help the Genjis go in with him.
Dude, this isn't even helping at all because your teammates are just killing everything before anything happens. Like,
Now this have you gotten to the part where we bladed in?
they're backing up now and shoots died. I think we should probably end this now because we're not getting that many steps.
There's not much to say. Like, everything's dead. There's no team fight.
So, we'll hit you with a round 2, maybe.
Well, this weekend we should play with Arian. That's what we should do.
Yeah.
Just one of us play. And then try to look for a general. Yeah, and on attack we were rolling them even when we were 5v6.
Score 0-1.
Oh, I still want to play a game. 72 gigs. How to do it tonight.
Alright.
Initiating match.
To see, my thought process of, playing. What era? Because I think that would help a lot.
Yeah. Cause that helped me out a lot on my tank, just having somebody like, alright, this is what you should be doing here. Just on like different maps. And sort of, cause like, it helps you sort of understand the mindset for the character and what you should be doing, and that helps you out, in my opinion, for like just applying it to any other application. Okay, this is what your game plan is. So how you achieve that depends on the game you're in, because like the thing about Overwatch is there's no general like, hey, here's one tip to fix all your mistakes. You just have to learn how to adapt to every situation that you're in and play it correctly.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna see you.
I'm gonna end the stream then.